In this last week of December, as we approach the new year, many people are spending the time with self reflection and reviewing what has happened in the last year and creating their New Year's resolutions for the following year. And while this is an important process to reflect and to learn, we also find that some people will get themselves stuck in a process called rumination. For rumination, we're going to see this style of recurrent thinking where we spend a significant amount of time focusing on what has happened in the past. Just as individuals worry about what may happen in the future, we will also see that some people get stuck ruminating, thinking over and over again about what has happened in the past, what didn't go the way they wanted it to, and having this negative thinking process of looking at causes and consequences, as well as implications of negative events that have happened. And while it is important to learn from our past, research has showed us that when we spend too much time in this state of rumination, that it can have a negative impact on our well-being. It can contribute to individuals feeling more depressed mood, as well as reaching to the threshold of a depressive disorder, as well as significant anxiety. So it's important to find this balance between reviewing what has happened in the past and also looking towards the future of the things that we can control and we can change. We do also see that rumination can often be related to individuals being too harsh on themselves, feeling that they don't like any piece of their personality, or starting to beat themselves up for things that have happened that they couldn't change. This repetitive negative self-talk and this self-criticism, while yes, we want to learn from our past, can actually be dysfunctional in our attempts to try to deal with these perceived personal shortcomings and inadequacies. So as we get ourselves stuck in this place of rumination, it's important to do the same things that we would to shift our focus to more positive thinking, whether it's going to be to take those few moments to focus on positive things that are happening, reflecting on events that didn't go the way they were and what we could do differently, but also focusing on what are the things that we can control, what are changes that we can make. If we do decide that we want to set resolutions to make large changes throughout our lives, what are going to be small, bite-sized pieces along the way so that we're able to celebrate those changes and those shifts? If we do find that we're ruminating on behaviors that we've done in the past and things that we're not happy with, what can we do to slowly make those shifts and to be able to see small wins along the way and to track that progress? It can be really important to be journaling along the way each of the wins so we can see how far we were and to be comparing to the progress that we've made instead of just looking at the progress we have yet to make. If we're always looking at an unachievable goal, then it's difficult to be able to celebrate the wins and have that positive shift as we're moving forward. And to recognize that even if we haven't hit our final goal, to not beat ourselves up for every step that we haven't accomplished, but to look at what we have and how we can continue to move forward on that. So as we spend this time with self-reflection, to have the insight, and to spend a bit of that time ruminating, to really work hard to not get stuck in the past and to be able to be in the present as well as looking hopeful towards the future. Be well.